Lauren Cantor from our MFA design program represents this year's master's degree candidates. There's fewer of them, but they're loud. A woman of accomplishment and serious interests, Lauren was born in Los Angeles, grew up in Miami Beach, and came to New York to study astrophysics at Columbia. Rarefied science classes where she was the only woman in the room. Remember that, it will come back. While in college, she took on public service projects in Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, and Ecuador. And after graduation, she took a job with Lehman Brothers because she could speak Spanish. Everything counts. This led her to an MBA at Wharton and a career with Morgan Stanley, focused on complex mathematical structures. After the recession, Lauren rethought her vocation, left finance, and moved to Los Angeles to help with her sister's bakery. While there, she took graphic design courses at UCLA, and another door opened, leading her back to New York and our MFA design program. Her thesis project focuses on making science exciting for young girls, leading her toward a future as a science evangelist for girls. Truly important work, and she's come full circle by design. Celebrating with Lauren today are her mother, Erin, her brother, Michael, her sister-in-law, Stephanie, and her childhood friend, Julie Levitt, who are right down front here. It is a joy for me to present you the graduate speaker, Lauren Cantor.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Provost Neeson. President David Rhodes, Executive Vice President Anthony Rhodes, members of the Board of Directors, department chairs, faculty, staff of SCA, honored guest Gloria Steinem, families, friends, and most importantly, the members of my class of 2017. It is an honor and a privilege to be able to speak to you today and to represent my fellow master's candidates on this very special day. Of the 1,200 members of the class of 2017, I'm sure there are more than 1,200 reasons why we came to SVA. While we may have had dramatically different motivations, we have all shared an enlightening and sometimes frustrating experience. In the course of our time here, we have learned how to make things with our hands, how to make things with code, to collaborate on a team, to push our own boundaries, to work without sleep, to survive solely on takeout, to focus on the human side of design, to focus on the aesthetics of design, to combine the analog, the digital, and the virtual, to critique our classmates, to withstand critique from our classmates, and to have a very thick skin. While we have all focused on different specialties, in the end, I think we can sum up our experience at SVA with 2 words: communication and community. Earlier this year, I was participating in a workshop by 2 professors from SVA in the Interaction Design Department, 2 data scientists who completely enthralled and engaged a fully packed auditorium. We were all leaning in and anxiously awaiting the next step in the experience. We were fully captivated with, of all things, data. While it has been drilled into me at SVA that our job is to focus on the human and that we should engage our audience with unique yet understandable interactions, it really didn't hit home to me until I sat in this auditorium, laughed, listened, and truly discovered the power of our curriculum. To quote Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. We have the power to make people listen. We have the power to make people feel. Our mission as designers and artists is to inform people on issues in an impactful way. We can promote conversation, and through our art, leave a door open, since we and our audience don't always have the answers. For my bachelor's degree, I did study astrophysics. And one of the things that I loved about science is that there is always a right answer. There are no shades of gray. Each answer or discovery might lead you to a million more questions, but there is no doubt that the Earth is always round. One of my professors at SVA told me that what compelled him to study design was that there is never a right answer. You can always keep iterating and improving. Every designer has a different means of interpreting a challenge, and each designer has many different lenses through which to communicate. Change is a constant in the life of an artist. At first, this drove me crazy, but now I realize that this is our greatest skill. In this era of political and cultural divisiveness, we need to use our creative capital to spark change, to resist the normalization of inequality. We are living in a time where the artist can again be synonymous with the activist. We no longer need permission or a marketplace to display our work or shout loudly with our inner voice. We have the internet. We have the power of social media to reach a massive audience in order to advocate, to collaborate, to inspire, and to challenge the status quo. These are the values and skills that we have learned at SVA. Not only have we been taught these skills and given this great power, but we are not alone. We have the full support of our SVA community behind us. While we might leave these walls and the sidewalks of 23rd Street will forever be linked in our common experiences. We also have our family, friends, and our supporters who have stood by us through our academic journey. We have leaned on you, and we probably aren't done yet, but we will forever be grateful. The most defining moment of my SVA experience was finally feeling comfortable in my own skin. I learned what I could do, what I love to do, and what I have no desire to ever do again. I finally found my inner voice and my passion, and I have no filter when it comes to expressing it. I am sure that our time here at SVA has given us all this same confidence. While today is our final day here at SVA, and we are off to conquer a new chapter in our lives, we don't need to walk out these doors and be adults 100% of the time. Remember to invoke your inner child, your inner curiosity, your ability to see the invisible and make it come true. Be childlike, be disruptive. Take a page from Theodore Roosevelt and dare mighty things. Or better yet, listen to Yoda. Do or do not, there is no try. Art is a language. SVA has taught us how to master it. Practice it often and use it wisely. I can't wait to see what we create. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. Boy, Wilma Mankiller and Yoda, where will we go next? We'll see.